everyone, and welcome to What's Next with Next Tier, Episode 9. We have Carly Purplemama, Ness Jr., and myself, Dave Scrub Phoenix. Thank you for joining us once again. The boxes are a little bit different, but that's okay. We got it working all good. So thanks for joining us
today. We had a few technical difficulties, so please bear with us while we deal with the, calling and not being able to film in person. It'll be really good when we can finally get back together and film properly. It'll be really good.
Yeah.
First up today, I think we need to talk about some very, very special sponsors that have jumped on board, our major sponsors, and I am dying to do this. My Paul's iced coffee, I need to crack it open and drink it while we're doing this because I haven't had coffee yet. But a very, very, very big thank you to Paul's and Oak for jumping on board as our major sponsors for NTEL 2020.
It's awesome. Never before have we had such an iconic brand. I mean, we've had some sponsors before, but an iconic territory brand such as Paul's iced coffee. There we go. She's drinking it. How is it, Carly? It's good?
It's pretty bloody good.
Yeah, there you go. So, again, big thank you to Paul's Iced Coffee and Oak. We're going to be doing some really good stuff with them. Been trying out the replay feature, so we're going to have the Territory Zone replay as well as the Hungry Thirsty Killer replay as well. So be sure to see those. But yeah, thank you. Ness, do you want to add to that at all?
Major sponsor though. Major sponsor.
That's the major sponsor. We've got a few others on board. I think we've mentioned a few in previous episodes. But do you want to run through who all the other minor sponsors are? Just through the list.
So we got Slap On Prints. They do vinyl printing as well. So they do t-shirts. Actually, we're showing our t-shirts off today. So we got these samples.
Shout out to Serdi over there.
Yeah, shout out to Serdi. So we're still in the finalisation process of the figuring out which shirts we want. Yeah, which shirts we want to go with. So shout out to Serdi there. So we got Origin Kebabs in Palmerston there. We have shout out to Origin Kebabs. We got Thirsty Zach doing those drinks, and John John's, which I believe Ness went to last night. Got his little discount. That's good.
Last night, used my calendar pass.
Yeah.
What did you have? Did you have gelato?
No, I had a 2-scoop white choc macadamia and the strawberry balsamic. But I rode to John John, so I deserve it.
That's good. Can't go wrong. I believe he's got a new shirt.
Grab and go. It's about grab and go.
Yeah.
Go there, support local, but don't go in big groups or anything. Just go in there, grab it, go home and enjoy it.
And you have to eat it. I don't think it'll make it all the way home. You just got to eat it.
You can take away though. There's a takeaway option. You still got to cruise real quick, but
yeah. No, he's got a new shop there. It looks pretty good too on the corner there. So that's good that someone's.
I haven't been.
Yeah, got to have a look at that myself. Out here in Palmerston, got to get in there. Anyway, so thank you to John Johns and Tip Top Takeaway, a newest one that's come on board. It's got a great personality to have on board.
Get some of that.
Yeah, we're gonna get some of that Greek gyros takeaway, Suvla. Love it. Got to get some of that. So big thanks to our local business sponsors. It's great to have you guys on board, and can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Did I miss anyone there? I don't think I did.
Well, you got a couple in the background that you're trying to finalise with. Can't say the specifics, but they could help you in terms of peripherals, gaming peripherals. There's also stream overlays. So I know you're working on stuff in the background, David, but they haven't been confirmed to the extent you need to yet. But definitely those sponsors that are on board, especially the major sponsor, Oaks and Paul's, wouldn't happen without those guys. They're massive help. Even all the minor sponsors just providing opportunities and benefits to our community. So can't thank them enough. It's
really good. Jump on board, grab a Challenger Pass so you can access those discounts from our lovely sponsors. It's well worth it. I think I'll probably eat my pass through in gelato before we're done. But
definitely.
anyway, we've also had some other big events happen actually Saturday. We had a couple of stories published in the news.
Oh, really? Did we?
We did.
Yeah, so so the first one we had our local NT News. NT News, they so I reached out to them and gave them a bit of a story on what we're doing. We think it's I thought it was really important to get it out, get the word out there, and what we're doing on our end, because there's a lot of we've had to undergo some changes as well, and there's a lot of interest now with esports. So it's good that people know about that, and having the NT News come on board and give us that story. They took some photos, and great photo by Carly, making it to the papers there. It's great, and it's a good thing to get that media coverage for what we're doing. So big thank you to NT News for that.
Thanks to NT News and ABC.
Yeah, the next one, ABC. Yeah.
For drawing the interest out, because it puts a spotlight on the individuals as opposed to just the community, right? It's not just this amorphous thing that no one really understands. Then it's not just esports and it's just video gaming.
Yep.
Putting the spotlight on someone like Carly that does streaming, content creation, marketing, pushes her own brand. Then you have Ian, who's come over from Canada, coming over, getting involved not only in the competitive side but also administering tournament streams. He's figuring out all the OBS overlays, helping a lot. It just kind of shows everyone that, look, it's not just this random thing where people playing video games, right? It's an entire industry that's developing in the background. It's really at the forefront of the digital space, and a lot of people. It's good to show that there's a lot of different nuances, a lot of different facets of the whole game. So, thanks, David. Really, honestly, for reaching out and getting that spotlight on things.
Really good.
So,
yeah, no, if it's important to do, then you got to do it. So I just did what needed to be done. Really, me personally, thank you to everyone that was involved in the media. Shout out, well, you guys are here, so you guys were involved, so thank you, and also Ian as well. So Ian, definitely, my hats off to Ian. He's been helping me out with the streams, as Ness said, but he also gave his story, which is very powerful because it gets that relatability to people that might not know about the gaming stuff and what's involved in it. And having someone as passionate as Ian tell his story is just, it's great. So thanks again.
But if you want to follow them, get involved. Make sure you see their links. I'm sure the Twitch and the IGs and all the socials will be all in the post. So Purplemama16 and Dank Scorpio, follow their story. So David, you'll be posting that up.
Absolutely, and Ian, definitely. Ian will be competing in the season 2. So if you want to, like I said in the article itself, if you don't want to play, be sure to check him out and just support the local players that are jumping on and competing, because it's very important to them. And as Ian said in the article, and it's good to see that. It's good to see passion. That's why people watch sports, right? They watch people giving it all to something they love doing, and this is what esports is going to be able to do for people. Carly, I just had a question for you. Are you going to be competing in the NTEL?
Well, funny you say that. We may have had a small discussion yesterday, and opposite Oreo may be making a return.
Oh, look out!
So watch out, everyone. We have not been practicing as a team, but we've been practicing individually. So
opposite Oreo, not yet crumbled.
Fun to watch either way. It'll be fun to watch, and I'll stream when we play as well, so that'll be good too.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, good to hear. So, hopefully we get some more media coverage as the season. I did mention to NT News and ABC if they wanted to, jump in the mid-season or even after the season, how things went, and to get some reaction from the community. It'd be really great. Thanks for. So many good things happening. I can't thank everyone enough. It's really hard to keep on top of the extent to how this is going. But you just got to throw it out there and do it. So
it's going well. We just have to keep pushing, and good things happen. I think that applies to lots of things. I mean, personally, streaming. I've been streaming for 9 months now, and I'm just starting to really push now, and I'm seeing some really good things happen. So if you just apply yourself, keep working, just keep doing what you're doing, eventually things just fall into place.
Yep.
Let's talk about NTEL 2020 now. Ness, do you want to talk about the fighting game division and how we're Are we ready?
Yeah, so
Oh, good to go.
look, as we've been pushing for the last few weeks, next tier esports league, it's well deep into the registration period at the moment. The way that David has it is that there's a minimum number of registrations that are needed before the tournament kicks off, right? You can't have a tournament with less than the minimum number, or else it just becomes pointless from a spectator's point of view, but also from David's business point of view. It's why run it if there's not enough interest. So the good news is Tekken 7, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Street Fighter 5 Champions Edition, for all 3 games in the fighting division, are all succeeded in terms of minimum numbers.
Well done, guys. Well done. Well done for getting it. Well, yeah. I've been holding out to say it, but thank you so much for registering, guys. It's so awesome to see such an awesome season. Sorry, Ness, go on. I just had to throw that in.
No, that's exactly right. There's still 2 weeks left. You still have the ability to register, and even throughout the year, you're going to be able to register to play the fighting games, but obviously you're going to be at a disadvantage. You won't get those points that you need to get into the top 4 or whatever it is. But yeah, like David mentioned, he is giving us the tick, he's given us the approval. The fighting game division is going ahead this year.
Yeah, Ness, can I say, because we had I think we might as well raise this question. There was the question of if we do, now that the brackets are full, we're just going to make a bigger bracket. Is that correct? It's just so everyone understands.
Yeah, so it's not the brackets. The difference between the team games and the fighting games is the team games, they're based on a round robin.
Yep.
And it's a very specific set of combinations that lead to the top groups at the end of the year. So if you change things midway, you just affect the whole thing. Whereas in fighting games, week to week, the tournaments are run in a double elimination bracket. So basically each week it's a brand new tournament. Whoever does well in that week will get points. So if you join midway through the year, you don't affect the points, you just have less ability to earn tournament points towards the end of the season. And look, it might be the top 8, it might be the top 4, but when the grand finals are run, it is only the top players. So
yeah, look, I did actually think of something, and this could be talked about more offline, but if someone does enter halfway in the season and they end up smashing everyone, I might award them like a $10 Steam voucher or something like that. There'll be something that I will personally...
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I will do whatever I will do it. But I mean, it just means...
I might join halfway through.
Nah, but if someone just didn't know about us and they're like, hey, it has happened in the past, but yeah, look, I don't think that may happen much because we've got so much interest and so much pre-registrations for the fighting games. So yeah, thanks again, guys. And the team games, yeah, we're still looking for registrations. Now, I should say that, guys, a lot of people have come to me and said, oh, I don't have a team or anything. Don't worry about that. Even if you have a team of 2 or a couple of people in your team and don't have a full team, please still register. I mean, everyone has to register individually anyway, alright, just to be clear. So, and there's a reason behind that, guys. We used to have a full captain registration, but it's just good for the administrative side of things. We had to do it that way. But as I was saying to one of the other guys, having someone actually physically register for something, it helps them mentally prepare themselves and gets them actually registering themselves for a tournament sort of makes them more committed and more... Yeah, it gets them in the zone, because if...
them in the vibe.
That's right. Because if you're not registering something and you're just coming... someone goes, hey, play League of Legends once a week with me. I mean, you don't really feel part of anything. But if you register... But also, you registering and you're understanding the terms and conditions of the tournament, you understand everything that's, you know, that you need to understand as a player. So that is very important as well. And that should be actually the top thing. Because you can't just go, I'm just going to play, and then what if you do something and break the rules, and then they go, oh, well, I didn't register. So it's like, well, yeah. So that's the reason behind it, guys. But yeah, reach out to us.
That's very important. That's very important, David, that you mentioned that, because every single player has a responsibility to be fair, sportsmanship.
Correct.
You know, but also it just lets everyone know that the tournament division managers are going to be watching, and if you do something that constitutes misconduct, or you're not doing things properly, you're not being fair, you're kind of getting tilted and you're saying inappropriate things on stream, David and through his tournament organisers or team division managers, they're definitely going to take action. And you know,
we have to.
He's still going to be a member. He's still going to be a member, but he might not be able to participate in the rest of the season, which might impact your whole team if you're part of a team game.
Yeah, look, back in the day when we were first starting, we were sort of able to get away with little things like we sort of go, yeah, look, no one's really noticing, but we got big sponsors on board now. We got a lot more accountability when it comes to what we do as an esports organisation, and not only that, but the IP as well. I'll just say the game developers. The game developers expect us to uphold their values as well when people are playing their games. All right, so we need to make sure we are following suit as well. Sorry, a bit off on a tangent there, guys, but it's still relevant to the team games and all the games. So hopefully that gives you some perspective.
So basically, it's not too late to register for fighting games. We're still taking players. It's not full and locked down, but it is going ahead. Team games, so Rocket League and League of Legends, we need more teams to join, otherwise they can't happen, which is sad. So Opposite Oreo is going to register, so if you want to give us some competition, which is not hard, register, bring it on.
And look, it's a more fair playing field than ever before, guys. So like I said before, some people will like it, some people won't, but we've done this to make it fair and even for people that want to get involved in esports, but also make it competitive as well for the existing players. So there will be a high-level player on each of the teams, so they're not all getting stopped every week, basically.
So we had Sean on the show last week talking about the Rocket League tier capping. But if you wanted to, as Dave said before, register and you don't have a full team, jump on the esports and gaming community page, and talk to Sean or talk to him on our Discord, and he'll be able to sort of line you up with some other players. And we've got Liam as well for League of Legends, who I believe might be joining us now. I think we're going to bring Liam in, and Jackson as well, who's been a Shoutcaster for us, and I think he's a Shoutcaster this season again. So we'll just try and dial them in now and have a bit of a chat about League of Legends. All right, thanks for joining us, Liam and Jackson. How are we doing this morning?
Very good, thank you.
Good, very good. So you guys are here to talk to us about League of Legends. Liam, you're playing this year? Are you ready to go?
Actually, I'm not actually playing. I'm the one running the LoL division. I'll be running the tournament. I wish I could play at the same time, but it's a tall task. I think I'm going to do it, but I'm more than happy feeling through.
I know why there's a bit of confusion there, because Billy got involved recently, and Liam, if anyone knows, he's the original member of the Youngbloods, and Billy actually said to me that Liam was the lifeblood of the Youngbloods. He used to carry them. So
MVP.
So Billy's got a new team. Sorry, shut up.
We'll see. They've got a new team together. We'll see if I was the lifeblood, or maybe they can pull things together on their own. That's the beauty of seeing this new season coming up.
Maybe. So how are you running the season this year? Do you have a skill cap as well, like they have in Rocket League, or?
Yeah, so basically, just to quickly touch on that skill cap ruling, we've been in talks with the players. We think we're going to use diamond level and above as the benchmark, as one player of that caliber per team, just to ensure competitive fairness, give everyone a fair shot at winning this tournament. And we're going to be using your previous season's rank. So say you got platinum last season or something, we'll be using that. So if you got diamond this season, since it's only been about a couple months or so since the season's been out, we feel like using your previous season's rank will be a better scope of your actual skill level. So if you're currently diamond, you don't have to worry about your previous season's rank if you're wondering about the skill cap ruling.
Awesome, I made it to silver, so I don't look too bad. There you go.
So you're in date.
Struggle is real.
You actually mentioned that you were bringing a team together, David. Is that right?
Yes, to be named. But Chris Pilling has stepped away from sort of being a Shoutcaster for focusing more on the team, and we've been doing some scrims lately, so that's good. Yeah, there's a mix-up whether I'm going to be mid lane because I am a one-trick TF, but I'm actually all right at AD carry as well, so I've got actually a larger champion pool in that. So we'll see how we go. We're still sort of ironing out who's going to go where, but I'm very excited. We've got a full team. Button Nash is in the team as well, so he's one of my teammates, as well as a few other people. It's good to see some people like our support player Patrick. He's one of the original members from, if you remember Liam, Chocolate Thunder. He's out of he was out of so one of the teams. So yeah, it's good. It's got a great history, and we've got lots of people coming back into it.
Yeah.
Look, I'd love to use TF as...
Bust out the ADTF, I believe.
Oh no, they did talk about that, but nah, I don't think so. But we'll see where it goes. It's all a bit of fun, and I actually, it's been a while before I've seriously been able to get into something, so it'd be good to be a competitor as much as everyone. You know, I do run the show, but at the same time, I'd love to, you know, be able to compete as well. So it's good fun.
It's good to be able to enjoy it.
Yes.
Jackson, are you playing at all this season, or are you just on as a Shoutcaster?
I don't know. I've been in talks with some of my friends to see if, you know, maybe we would want to get a bit of a team together closer to the registration date and such. But yeah, for now it's just Shoutcasting.
So have you played previously?
Yeah, I believe it was the 2017 season, I want to say, with Team Boneless Pizza.
Boneless Pizza.
Those
The Insurgents.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, TBP with some of my high school mates and a few others. That was good fun. We actually ended up kind of carrying the team that came second place that year to second place, because they would have gotten knocked out in the semis to the team that won, but because we beat them, they ended up being on the opposite side of the bracket, so then they met in finals instead of meeting in semis, so they would have come like third or fourth instead of second.
That's great. We had 10 teams that year. That was insane. That was great.
Yeah.
It was pretty stacked, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get into Shoutcasting, Jackson? When did you start doing that?
I don't know. Shoutcasting, it was kind of a thing of opportunity, I suppose. I was at an event and David was doing stuff with Ryan, and they had to step away, and he just kind of asked like me and my friend at the time, like, "Oh, can you fill in real quick?" And
I think it was G-Con, I think.
A little bit. It was G-Con,
So
yeah.
You did it and you loved it.
Did it. I thought it was fun. Did a pretty good job, I suppose.
You did a very good job.
And then yeah, so I got invited back to do it more and more, and yeah, just went from there, I suppose.
We were blown away. We were blown away on how good actually Shoutcast. You sounded like a proper LCS. LCS, by the way, is League Championship Series. One of the casters from there. So straight away saw potential, and he's been a great Shoutcaster for NTE ever since. So thank you, Jackson.
Liam and Jackson were on the test stream as well for Super Smash just this Friday. Well. Saturday was it?
Yeah, that was
so,
awesome. There should be some test streams of LOL coming up, hopefully, if we can get things off the ground. Maybe start some LOL test streams, so I'll keep in touch with players about that. And LOL players, if you're interested, you know, keep your eyes peeled for those streams.
So how many teams have you got registered at the moment, Liam? Do you know?
Right now, I believe we've got 2 guaranteed registered, but I've been in talks with a lot of players, and right now with David's team in the mix, I believe Daniel, one of my mates, another returning team from the OG League of Legends team,
Destiny. Yeah.
Although they might chuck around a few players because obviously not everyone still plays the game. So I believe that puts us at 4 teams, and there's a lot of people on the fence that I've talked to too. So people like Jackson right there, he said he might be entering. So got a lot of maybes at this point, but I think we should be very happy that we're almost at that 4 team minimum. And as soon as you have that 4 teams, the season's guaranteed to go ahead. It's just, you know, how many teams will we end up with at the end.
Yeah. I think everyone needs to get off the fence and register. I think by the time this episode comes out, there'll only be like a week left to get your registrations in, so they close on the 30th of April. So get off the fence, go register.
Sorry, Carly, David recently, he's been chatting with Liam and some of the team guys, and I think he might extend pre-registrations for the team games towards the end of May.
Okay.
Yeah, that might happen. That might happen, but still, at this point in time, we want to get it launched. Because a lot of people want to play, so we want to get the season launched. But yeah, look, we might drag it out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Who knows?
That's
maybe we'll have
good.
8 teams by next week. So
Maybe.
I'll get on people's cases about that.
Yeah.
If we can get some registers in.
Yeah.
Some variety to this tournament would be epic.
Carly, I was going to say we should explain how the actual week-to-week's going to go, like a week-to-week scenario. Do we want to talk about that, or for the team games?
Yeah, if
Probably
you
with-
like. It's
Ness?
I was just thinking, it is a difficult scenario to kind of describe week to week before we have minimum registration.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You've got to link up. You, Carly, and Liam, everyone's got to link up for the rostering, for the scheduling.
Yeah.
So we only have 2 teams at the moment.
Yeah,
It
that's
could be
what's
8.
that's why it's really hard for us right now to go. All right, the games are going to be here and there. But what I can say for now, everyone watching, that we're not going to be streaming all the games for the team games every week. So as we used to sort of have them all in one sort of night, one after the other, we're going to be picking a single game, which will be a best of 3 for League of Legends and a best of 5 for Rocket League, and they will be streamed once a week between 2 teams. Okay, the rest of the games throughout the week will be played off stream, but the scores will be recorded. Okay, so that just gives flexibility for everyone to play their games throughout the week, and then there'll be one game selected, which will be obviously for people to tune in and watch, because we want to see some, people don't have anything to do at home, so we want to get them watching esports and supporting the local teams as well. So we'll have something there. So alongside the fighting games.
Oh yeah, if I could just touch on that too, just for the players, don't be afraid to upload your own content too. Just because we're not streaming it doesn't mean that you can't here. So something that I'll probably do as well is, since I'm going to be organising the tournament, I'll probably be there vindicating every match. So I'll probably download a replay of my own.
Yep.
Maybe upload that to my YouTube channel, just so you guys are still getting that exposure, even though you're not on the stream. I want to make sure you guys you end up somewhere and you can maybe rewatch those plays back.
Yep.
Whatever you want with it, but yeah.
We will have to, as I mentioned before with that, Liam, we will have to make sure we put a bit of a rule in place. If you are streaming a live game that is streamed from next tier, we got to make sure they have a delay, because we don't want people, cheating and cheating the system there.
Integrity and all that.
Yeah, so if you are going to stream, if you are playing a team game, Rocket League doesn't really matter, but League of Legends, you'd have to have a stream delay on there so we can make sure the integrity's still there.
cool. Does anyone else have any further thoughts or anything else they want to bring up before we close off this episode? It's been a long one, I think.
No, I think we touched on everything. Just basically, to anyone who is watching to this point, just make sure if you are on the fence, like Carly said, we aren't going to wait forever, so it's best to get those registrations in now. That's all I'd really say. So yeah.
Yep.
And if people don't have full teams, sorry Liam, I forgot to ask, the same as Rocket League, like if someone wants to play and they don't have a full 5, can they contact you and get in touch with other people who might be in the same?
You can leave a comment on this video, you can leave a comment at Next Tier Esports, you can send us emails if you want at Next Tier. I'm sure any way you reach us, we're going to respond, and if there are people like-minded interests, we'll probably link you guys up, or I'll get in contact with players I know myself. I'm really trying to push this season, try and get as many teams as I can. So yeah, if there are players out there that don't have a team, no problem, just try and keep in contact with us and we'll try to set you up as best we can.
That's great, thank you. Thank
Awesome.
you for joining us, Liam. Thanks for joining us, Jackson. I can't wait to hear you shoutcasting through the season.
Definitely.
That'll be fun.
It's gonna be good. I mean, the League of Legends scene up here in general, it's being organized by a bunch of great people, both very knowledgeable of the game and very knowledgeable of the scene. Myself, been casting the game for over 2 years now, like I said. I've been playing the game myself for over 5 years. Liam, I don't know exactly how long he's been playing, but Diamond 1 peak player organizing the whole tournament. So he definitely knows his stuff. You're in the right hands. Definitely go ahead and give it a go. And yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching What's Next with Next Tier. We will see you next week. Bye.
See you later.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style.